Let me ask you something simple but powerful. When was the last time you woke up feeling fully rested? Not just awake, not just functional, but genuinely refreshed, clear-headed, energized, ready to take on the day with strength and purpose? If you're over 60, chances are you can't even remember, and you're not alone. Millions of people hit their 50 seconds, 60 seconds, and beyond, and suddenly their sleep breaks down. They wake up at 2 a.m., stare at the ceiling, toss and turn, feel anxious, restless, exhausted, and they don't understand why. They're told it's just aging, but that is not the truth. Something else is happening inside your body, something chemical, hormonal, and absolutely fixable. And tonight, I want to show you how a simple 1 tablespoon bedtime fix can help calm the stress hormone that's keeping you awake, help your body settle into deep restorative sleep again, and give you the kind of rest you thought was gone forever. Because here's the reality. As you age, especially after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to stress. Your cortisol levels stay elevated longer. You don't recover from emotional triggers as quickly. And what does cortisol do? It blocks melatonin, your sleep hormone. It keeps your mind racing. It keeps your heart slightly activated. It prevents your body from shifting into true rest mode. High cortisol at night is like trying to sleep with the engine of a car still running. You can lie down, but you'll never fully settle. And that's why this bedtime fix matters. It's not a medication. It's not a sedative. It's a natural, gentle way of signaling safety to the body, telling your nervous system, you can let go now. You're okay. You can sleep. Just 1 tablespoon before bed, and the shift you feel over the next several nights can be profound. Smoother sleep, deeper cycles, fewer nighttime awakenings, calmer mornings, lower blood pressure, and even better memory and mood. When people hear this, they say, how can something so simple make such a difference? Because your body is incredibly intelligent. It doesn't need complicated fixes. It needs support, real, natural support that aligns with how your biology is designed to function. Tonight, think of yourself not as someone who's getting older, but as someone who's getting wiser, more intentional, more attuned to what your body truly needs. Sleep is not optional. Sleep is your foundation. And once you restore it, everything else gets easier. Your metabolism, your focus, your energy, your pain levels, your motivation, even your mood. Today, I want to guide you step by step through why sleep becomes harder after 60, how cortisol quietly destroys your rest, and how this one simple nightly habit can help turn everything around. You deserve deep sleep. You deserve peace in your body. And starting tonight, we re-getting it back. Sleep is not just rest. It is repair. When you're asleep, your brain cleans out toxins. Your muscles rebuild, your hormones balance, your immune system resets, and your cells regenerate. But when sleep breaks down, especially after age 60, the consequences stack up quickly. Suddenly, you feel tired during the day. You lose strength faster, your memory feels cloudy, your mood becomes unstable, and your appetite changes. You start craving sugar, caffeine, and snacks, not because you're weak, but because your hormones are confused. And the root of this, cortisol, chronically elevated nighttime cortisol, is one of the most overlooked health issues in older adults. It climbs because of inflammation, poor diet, loneliness, nighttime screen exposure, late eating, or emotional stress. And once it's high, it becomes nearly impossible for your body to shift into a calm, sleep-ready state. When cortisol goes up, melatonin production drops, restless sleep becomes the norm. You wake up at 2 to 3 a.m. wide awake. Your heart rate stays elevated. Your body stays in survival mode. This is why calming cortisol matters so deeply, because when cortisol settles, everything else settles. Now, the good news, your body is not broken. You're not losing sleep because you're old. You're losing sleep because the hormones that regulate rest need support, and they respond extremely well to simple, natural strategies. That's where the 1 tablespoon bedtime fix comes in. This fix works because it gently nourishes your nervous system, helps stabilize blood sugar overnight, and signals to your brain that it's safe to transition into deep sleep. It's not a miracle, it's chemistry. This is about working with your biology, not fighting it. Your body wants to sleep deeply, it wants to heal, it wants to restore itself. And when you give it what it needs, it responds quickly, even in your 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and beyond. The real problem keeping people over 60 from sleeping deeply isn't age itself. It's the slow and silent rise of nighttime cortisol. Most people don't realize this is happening inside their bodies. They just feel the symptoms. They feel wired at night, even when they're exhausted. They fall asleep but wake up at 2 a.m. with their mind suddenly switched on. Their heart feels like it's working harder than the rest of their body. Their thoughts become sharp, rapid, and anxious at the exact moment they want calm. And this makes them believe something is wrong with them. But what's wrong isn't them, it's their hormones, specifically the imbalance between cortisol and melatonin. Cortisol is designed to protect you. It keeps you alert, focused, and ready to move. In the morning, you need cortisol. It wakes you up. But at night, cortisol is supposed to fall to its lowest point so melatonin can rise and guide your brain into deep sleep. As you get older, this natural rhythm becomes easier to disrupt. Your brain becomes more sensitive to stress signals. Your metabolism slows. Your blood sugar fluctuates more quickly. Your inflammatory response becomes louder. All of these factors push cortisol up, especially at night. The problem grows slowly. You start noticing that your sleep isn't as refreshing as it used to be. You wake up stiff, you wake up tired, you wake up unmotivated, but you don't see the hidden link between cortisol and the way you feel. High nighttime cortisol doesn't just cause poor sleep, it creates a chain reaction that affects your entire day. It drains your energy, it reduces mental clarity, it increases anxiety, it raises blood pressure, it disrupts appetite, it makes you crave sugar or snacks late at night, and worst of all, it creates a cycle where poor sleep raises cortisol even more, and higher cortisol makes sleep even worse. Over time, this cycle becomes deep and difficult to escape unless you address the root hormone. People often describe this experience as getting older, but that's not accurate. This is not normal aging. This is hormonal dysregulation, and it is absolutely reversible with the right support. When cortisol stays high at night for months or years, your body stays in a state of low-grade fight or flight. Even while lying in bed, your physiology behaves as if something dangerous is happening. Your brain stays vigilant, your muscles stay tense, your digestion slows, your breathing becomes shallow, everything that should be resting remains active, and deep sleep becomes almost impossible. Imagine trying to repair a house while someone keeps turning the lights on and off. That's what your brain experiences when cortisol spikes at night. Your sleep cycles get interrupted, your memory processing gets disrupted, and your emotional balance becomes unstable. You start forgetting simple things, you get irritated easily, you lose motivation for activities you once enjoyed, your physical recovery slows down, even your immune system weakens because it depends on deep sleep to regenerate. This is why identifying the problem clearly matters so much. You can't fix what you don't understand. And NCE, you understand it, everything changes. You stop blaming age, you stop feeling defeated, you stop assuming this is just the way it is. You realize your body is still capable of deep, restorative sleep. It simply needs cortisol to calm down. And when cortisol calms down, your sleep improves quickly. The fog lifts, the anxiety drops, the energy returns. You feel grounded, steady, and more in control of your life again. The beautiful part is that your body is always trying to heal you. Even now, your system is waiting for a signal that it's safe to rest. Once you lower nighttime cortisol, that signal becomes clear. Your body immediately begins shifting into recovery mode. Your nervous system relaxes, your mind quiets, your heartbeat slows. And for the first time in a long time, sleep begins to feel natural again. This is the first step to rebuilding your health from the inside out. When people hear that a single tablespoon of something taken before bed can help lower cortisol and restore deep sleep, they often look surprised. It sounds too simple, but biology doesn't work on complexity. It works on signals. And what you give your body at night sends a clear message that either calms your system or agitates it. The reason this 1 tablespoon fix works is because it directly supports the very areas where aging tends to weaken the sleep cycle: blood sugar stability, nervous system relaxation, and melatonin balance. These are the 3 pillars of healthy sleep, and they respond extremely well to gentle, natural support. Take raw honey, for example. Many people have been told to avoid all sugars, but that's a misunderstanding. Your brain uses glucose to fuel the release of melatonin. When you sleep, your liver stores glycogen, tiny energy reserves, to feed your brain throughout the night. But as you get older, these stores empty faster. When the brain senses low glucose at 2 or 3 a.m., it signals the adrenal glands to release cortisol to compensate. That sudden cortisol surge wakes you up with a racing mind and a restless body. 1 tablespoon of honey before bed provides just enough steady fuel to prevent that crash. It keeps your liver topped up so your brain doesn't panic in the middle of the night. Instead of spiking cortisol, your system stays calm. The result is smoother sleep and fewer abrupt awakenings during the early morning hours. Then there's magnesium glycinate, one of the most powerful and gentle nervous system relaxers available. Most adults over 60 are deficient in magnesium without realizing it, and deficiency amplifies stress, muscle tension, anxiety, and insomnia. Magnesium glycinate works by relaxing your muscles, lowering cortisol, and activating GABA, a neurotransmitter that tells the brain it's time to slow down. Unlike sleeping pills that drug the brain into unconsciousness, magnesium simply puts your body back into its natural rest mode. It doesn't force sleep, it invites it. And because it works with your biology, not against it, the sleep you get is deeper, healthier, and more restorative. But the tablespoon fix is only part of the solution. The goal is to rebuild your nighttime routine in a way that supports your biology instead of fighting it. For example, turning off screens an hour before bed is one of the easiest ways to help melatonin rise naturally. Blue light from phones and TVs tells your brain it's daytime. It keeps cortisol elevated and delays sleep signals. Giving your brain even 60 minutes of screen-free time lets your melatonin rise like it's supposed to. The same is true for avoiding late-night eating. When you eat too close to bedtime, your body stays in digestion mode. Your heart rate stays high, your metabolism stays active, your stomach keeps working, and cortisol stays elevated. A simple rule, no food 3 hours before bed, helps your body shift into recovery mode instead of processing mode. Even something as simple as a short walk after dinner influences your sleep more than you might think. Walking lowers cortisol, improves blood sugar stability, and signals your nervous system to relax. It sets the stage for calm later in the evening. Morning sunlight is another powerful tool. 10 minutes of natural light early in the day resets your internal clock so your sleep hormones work the way they were designed to. These simple habits are not small. They are powerful biological cues that help your body return to a natural rhythm. The deeper message here is this: your body wants to sleep well. It wants to restore itself, but it needs your help creating the conditions for that restoration. When you combine the 1 tablespoon bedtime fix with simple daily habits, you create a powerful synergy. Cortisol levels drop, your mind becomes calmer, your sleep becomes deeper and more consistent. And with each good night of rest, your body repairs itself more effectively. This is how you build momentum, not through complicated routines, but through consistent natural practices that work with your biology. And once you experience that first stretch of deep, uninterrupted sleep again, you'll realize something important. Your body hasn't forgotten how to heal. It just needed the chance. You are not too old to sleep deeply again. Your body is not past repair. You simply need to rebalance the chemistry that age and stress have disrupted. Give yourself 1 tablespoon, 1 simple nighttime signal, and watch how powerfully your body responds. Tonight, take the first step, because deep sleep is not a luxury, it's your comeback.